Hi, this is Michaelrwoodward. I'm the author of Licensing Art and Photography 101, and you're on my mailing list. And I first of all want to make an apology because I haven't been doing videos, sending out any information for quite a while now. This is basically due to the lockdowns that have been going on for the last 2 years, the uncertainty in the market, and I wanted to just give you an update on the situation in terms of licensing in general, because it's become very much more difficult, the licensing industry, since this happened. Many of the companies that we work with, their profitability has been reduced, simply because of the money they lost during the lockdowns. And now with inflation rising all over the world, material costs are going up and up and up. So the profitability for publishing has become less and less. So it's becoming quite a difficult thing, licensing for artists. Agents like us, because I have an agency, as you know, out of the Blue Licensing, and we're still okay. But we have to be very specific with the artists we take on, with very large collections that are really into trends and colours. So many artists fail because of that. It's the reason I did the book in the first place. I wrote the book because I wanted to help people understand about the industry, and to that extent I wanted to continue to help people. But getting people involved now into the licensing industry is a difficult question, because there's more and more artists coming into the industry or want to license their work, and so the publishers are getting inundated. So in general, the artists are having a tough time, and many have taken to opening their own web stores, online stores through Etsy or other portals, which I think is a very good idea. However, that has its own issues in terms of learning to marketing. You can build a fabulous website, but if you don't market it correctly, then it's not going to get any business. And there are many people on Etsy that do very well, that are good marketers, and others that get very few sales because they're just not marketing and doing their Facebook ads and their Instagrams and Twitter accounts and so on. So what I'm going to do now is just give you again a little update on the world situation, because the world is in such turmoil, and there's such uncertainty. The website we have, we're going to redirect that to Amazon, where people can buy the book, so that we're not, putting out regular emails and regular reports. This report really is the final report that I'm going to do, and after that the book is still available and is still valid, because it teaches about the industry, about contracts, about trends, etc. So it's a very valid book. It never goes out of date, really. Odd websites may get out of date, but the general principles are exactly the same as when I created this 20 years ago. So if you haven't got the book and you want to get into licensing, it's really a very, very important document. It's very cheap. It used to be $325, and I made it available so cheaply. We make no money from the book whatsoever. It's just really to cover the costs of production and the costs of, the initial costs. Finally, let's see what else I've got. Yeah, AI. I wanted to mention that because a lot of people are getting very worried and say, oh my God, AI is going to take over and people can produce work and so on. I think my view, I've had a few months now to think about it and delve into it, is that if you use AI to create artwork, you are still the creator. You're still using word inputs, or you're still creating it from images and then altering them, so on. It's like very advanced software. If you treat it like that, then it's up to the artist, up to you, the creator, to create work which is very, very special and very good. I think it allows artists that are not particularly good at technique to produce much, much better art, to be honest. Yes, the world might get flooded with AI art, but there's nothing we can do about that. So my view is embrace it, use it as a tool, and see if you can produce better art with it, and learn about it, and not just denigrate it. And unless you're a purist and you just want to produce originals, I'm hopefully talking to those artists that want to be productive in licensing. So it's a different dynamic there. And finally, this is nothing to do with licensing whatsoever. We've had quite a few artists that I've spoken to privately, and also just in general, around the where I live, that have got into debt over this last 2 or 3 years, with credit cards or student loans. They can't pay them. I was very, very fortunate. I met a banker many years ago, and I was getting hammered with very high interest on credit cards that I was paying off every month, and it went from 8% to 25%. And I learnt how to negotiate with those companies to get rid of that debt. It's not simple, but there's a process now that I work with a company in California, and they have a debt elimination service, and I can help people that want to get rid of their credit card debt. I mean, literally eliminate it completely, legally. It's not a very expensive process, and already there's several artists that have used it, and it's really, really helped them. I got one friend of mine who had $250,000 worth of credit card debt, and I think he ended up paying $20,000 or $13,000 or something ridiculous. But this new system, you don't pay anything. It's literally eliminating your credit card debt and student loans. So anybody interested in that, just contact me directly, Michaelrwoodward@gmail.com. That's Michaelrwoodward@gmail.com. Just send me a little note, say you're interested. I'll just send you a link and information. That's all. You're not going to get any repeat things from me. It's just literally to introduce you to it if that's of interest to you. So I send you all my good wishes and good luck in this crazy world we live in. This is the last video I'm going to make on the licensing subject. I'm just going to continue with my business and allow Amazon to deal with the book side. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.